Well, can you talk about the challenge of stopping the Army run game? Obviously, that's their bread and butter, and they like to hog the ball. They lead the nation in time of possession. They know how to grind it out.
Yes, sir. Super important for us to stop the run, get off the field. Um, Doing that, we got to win on first and second down, put ourselves in advantageous positions on third down, and then just capitalize on those and get off the field and go put our offense in. Go give our ball to the offense and go let them do what they do and put points on the board.
Can you talk about the challenge for the safeties? I mean, you got to be in, you're important in run support, but you have to be wary of that play action pass that is coming at some point. You don't want to get the ball thrown over your head. I mean, it's a challenge in a game like this.
Yes, sir. It is a challenge, but that's why we have a lot of meetings and go out in the practice field and work on it, work on our eyes, work on our feet, um, and just playing good option football. Um, Coach Lewis stresses to us, batting 1,000 in the pass game, and then just uh, answering the bell whenever our number's called in the run game as well. So I think we'll be ready for that.
So, did you primarily play special teams last year against Army, or did you get in on defense some and like nickel and dime stuff?
No, no, sir. I played on special teams, but we didn't run any nickel or dime against Army
Yeah,
last
you wouldn't figure you would. Yeah. So the
year.
bottom line is, but what did you learn in your first game against Army? I mean, with the experience, what did you learn about the Army Navy game?
Just it, my plebe year, I was at the game. What didn't dress, but playing the game, the days leading up to the game, just kind of understanding the magnitude uh, of what it means to people here at the Naval Academy, people at West Point, and just people in the military as whole, and across the country. Um, I didn't really understand that until I actually played in the game, um, and that was something pretty cool to see. A lot of important people at the game just magnifies it even more. So I'm super excited to be in that environment again. And it was something that I don't want to say caught me off guard, but um, I didn't expect last year, um, and so this year I'm welcoming it.
Wyckoff. How crazy is this week? Not only the big game, but exams, all the activity on campus, and trying to keep focused on what really the task at hand is.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but that's just honestly another day at the Naval Academy. There's always things going on academically, in the hall, football. So it's not really anything we're not we aren't used to. Um, I'd say so. Uh, just working on compartmentalizing each thing that we do. I took a final this morning. Um, Came over for meetings and treatment and preparing for the next one, and then preparing for practice later today. Uh, it's just another day at the office.
What do you think it is that's taken you guys kind of over the hump of the defensive backfield these last two games against these really outstanding offenses that you played so well against?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it's really just the execution piece, and I wouldn't say guys were pressing as much lately, um, as maybe we were at the beginning of the season. But I just think, you know, once a guy makes a play, everyone else starts feeding off of it, and then we start resorting back to how I'd say we were playing in fall camp. Like in fall camp, we're going good on good against the offense, and all 11 guys on defense are, uh, going out of their mind. If someone makes a play, we all make a play. The sideline is electric, and I felt, especially our last outing, at Memphis, I felt that we really did that in the second half, especially. Um, Hopefully, continue that moving forward.
Coach talks a lot about, especially in big games like this, breathe, focus, explode. Does that mentality help you?
100%. It with the option offense, Army's running, and they'll do a lot of things to try to mess with your eyes. Uh, just it helps simplify the game, and then when the ball snapped, just realize it's football. Go do your assignment and tackle a guy who has a football. Um, so I think it does help, simplifies it for us.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go to Matt White, Task and Purpose.
Hey, thanks for having this today. Appreciate it. If you don't mind, I'd like to take you a little bit off of the game this week, although I know that's completely where your head is. You're in a weird time in college football as an athlete, with NIL coming into the game and people making money all around you. What was that like for you during recruitment? Was that anything that came across your windscreen as you were going through recruiting?
My main concern while I was getting recruited is just finding a place to call home. Uh, that was the first priority. I wouldn't say that played like a big role at all in my recruitment, but the only thing I guess it did change was like, in the case of, let's say I, were to go walk on somewhere, could I possibly get some sort of money that could help me pay for school? That was really the only instance, but uh, besides that, didn't play a big part.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. So, just when you guys talk amongst yourselves, I mean, you guys could be out there, probably your peers, probably guys you went to camp with, played in high school against, are making some decent money. What kind of conversations do you guys have about that? About, could have been you, or maybe you're glad where you are, or how do you guys look at this since you are literally the first kind of generation of college athletes whose peers are out there collecting checks like this?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, it is nice for those guys. Sucks. When you're on the outside looking in, you see, some people, or other people making, however much money. Um, but something we talk about here is, you'll be in a better off place, 10, 15 years down the road, than you would be at another place, making some quick cash there. Not to say that, people other places who are making NIL, won't be or can't be successful. Uh, but I do think that the Naval Academy and what this place has to offer um, pays its dividends in the back end for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know what's if you got any good friends from high school or just are you personal friends with any of those, really big names out there, the guys at the high D1 playoff type places, and you hear anything about what they're doing?
I'm not super close with some guys at like the blue bloods of college football, but some of my teammates for sure. One of them was he was at UConn and then went to North Carolina with Coach Belichick, and he was getting paid handsomely, and even some of my other buddies. One of my buddies walk on at a Big 12 school, um, got paid a decent amount. So it's when I hear that I'm like happy for him, but at the same time it's like dang, like I wish we could get that too. So
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate it. It just so happens I'm talking to you from Chapel Hill. So how does your friend like Belichick? That'll be my last question.
I think he enjoys them. I mean, he's a goat, so you got to enjoy that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Tim Nolan.
Giuseppe, I see you rocking the shirt there. What's your favorite part of this year's Army Navy merch?
Oh, it's the helmet, or the merch or the uniform.
Sure, you could go with either.
I'll uniform, definitely the helmet, the merch. I like the shirts. Pretty sick shirt. Feels comfortable.
What detail you appreciate most about the helmet?
Um, I like how if you look closely, there's like some oxidation on the helmet, and it's just showing, I guess, the copper been exposed to some water that was, I guess, was used in the old frigates. So I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool detail.
Giuseppe, a question a number of your teammates have been asked. It's particularly relevant this week. What is it like singing second after the Army Navy game?
Oh, it's amazing. Just going over to their sideline first, hearing them sing their fight song in front of their student section. Um, Frankly, all defeated, and then once they finish, everyone's sprinting to our student section, jumping up in the crowd. It's amazing, and it's it's really like a culmination of all the hard work and effort the team has put in since January, and especially the seniors, all the stuff they've done for this program since they've got here.
Thank you.
Wags.
Is your father all upset that Notre Dame didn't make the playoff?
He's fuming. He's fuming.
I was gonna say I can even answer that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's we had that conversation. I watched the selection show. Once I saw Alabama was in, I was like, I don't think it's looking too good. But
I know it's not as huge in this game, but can you talk about the improvement of the pass defense the last few games and the cornerbacks stepping up?
yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I mean we had guys who I mean I think we had it in us all along. I don't know, for whatever reason, it just wasn't clicking as much as we would have liked earlier. But when someone made a play, it started clicking. It's contagious. The feeling that we have, I don't think really changed in the back end as far as like we can compete with anybody. Uh, we just started executing, and it worked out in our favor.
Can you talk about the key of not giving up explosive plays? I'm thinking in particular of Noah Short, their slot back, has the ability. He broke one against UTSA. You probably saw on film, but he's very capable. I know that they're primarily a plotting team, 2-3 yards, but every now and then a guy like that could break one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Noah Short, number 15. He's a pretty good player. Um, Definitely got to watch out for him. I think he is their best player on offense. But we're trying to just control what we can control as far as do what we do well on the defensive side of the ball, and play option football, play assignment football, and whether he's doing his thing on one side of the field or the other, he's not on the field. Like assignments shouldn't change much, but we'll be ready to go.
All right, thanks, Giuseppe.
Wags, do you not have a patch question, or are you good on that? I just want to make sure.
No, thank you very much. Can you talk a little bit about the patch you're wearing and why?
Yes, sir. I'm wearing the USS Truxton patch. My cousin, my older cousin Carlos, he is on that ship. He was deployed last year, and I was emailing him, and he would like respond a week later, and I'd respond like a week later. He's on a deployment schedule, and I'm here at the academy, so it's kind of difficult to stay in contact all the time. But I was emailing him actually last year to let him know I was picking his patch, and he was super excited about that. And he was telling all his buddies and his shipmates when he was out there, and he said he was looking forward to watching the game.
Is it Carlos Sessi? Is that his last name?
No, Carlos Muniz. It's on my mom's side.
So what's his last name?
Muniz.
Muniz.
Yes, sir.
And is he an enlisted Navy officer?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Enlisted?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, any idea what his rank is?
He's a first class petty officer.
Okay.
First class.
All right, great. Thanks for reminding me, Strauss.
No problem. Scott Wyckoff.
What's been your focus in practice since you guys got back to the practice field after the Memphis game to get ready for Army?
My biggest focus is just eyes and feet. Trying to get my eyes in the correct position, reading my key, and just having no wasted footwork, no wasted steps. It's just putting me in the right position to make plays. Because in the option game, you get run, 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 and then eventually pass. And if your eyes and your feet aren't correct, just one false step can put you in a bad spot. So that's been my emphasis this week and last week.
How has Andrew Duhart been for you guys this season, both on the field and in your room?
Duhart, he's a great teammate. He's a great leader. He really made this whole group go, I'd say, starting in January, because he was the only guy who really played and had meaningful snaps, and he's a guy everyone could look to and count on, just on the field, but also uh, in the hall or just in regular life. So it is great to have him with us, and I'm hoping he can make some plays on Saturday.
Good luck Saturday. Enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Matt White.
Hey, thanks for the second round. Yeah, I actually am also writing a story on patches, which won't be near as good as Bill's. But if you don't mind if I follow up real quick, your cousin on the Truxton, that's a missile destroyer. Were they over in the Red Sea or anything? Or
They, I think they were. I didn't talk to my cousin about that, but when all that stuff was going down over there, I think my dad had sent me some graphic about all the U.S. Navy ships over there, and his ship was over there. So I never got a chance to talk to him about his deployment or what it was
yeah,
like. But
okay. And what does he do? What's his job?
shoot, that's a great question. I want to say like he works on like the Aegis, weapon system.
Okay.
Uh, but I don't want to get that
No,
wrong.
that's fine. He's not like, a cook. He's like works
No,
on
no,
weapons. Okay.
yeah.
Got it. Just if you don't mind, just finish up with a couple quick bios. What job are you going towards in the Navy, at least hoping for? Where'd you train last summer and what company are you in?
Um, I'm in 28th Company. Last summer, I was actually on the I went to Little Creek. Shoot, I completely forgot what ship I was on. Oh, USS Gunston Hall. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Uh, I was on that ship in the summer, and then I'm leaning towards Marine Corps, but it's not for certain, not for sure yet. So have some time to decide and talk to some people.
That's great. Do you think football players are more likely to go Marine Corps now that the soup is who he is and comes out and fires you guys up and everything?
I think so. I think so. And it's kind of odd. When I first got here, I didn't want to have anything to do with the Marine Corps. And you get here, you have Captain Jones and all these people, and who are essentially brainwashing you once you get over here. Coach Green, too.
The kindness.
Yeah, yeah, Coach Joe, and it works. I say.
Tim Nolan.
Giuseppe, now that he's got half the season under his belt at safety, what's really impressed you about the way that Phil has transitioned from corner to the back of that secondary?
I don't. I'd say like he hasn't surprised me at all because Phil's a dog. He's a football player, um, and just putting him on the field, putting him in really any role back there, I think he'll succeed. And seeing it work out for him has been amazing. Um, he really does embody that DB mentality, of having that extreme confidence in yourself, and to see it pay off, it makes me feel great about myself, and I feel like that fires me up too. Uh, and so I'm super excited for him, and it'll be great to go play that game with him this week.
What's it been like for a kid growing up in Texas to play in this weather these past couple of days?
I try to get myself used to the cold, so I'll go outside and not wear a sweatshirt or something and regret it. Um, but then I think it pays off. It pays off eventually. So I'm trying to get used to it.
And lastly, for me, talking to Andrew Duhart yesterday, he said how your eyes, you mentioned it on this call, your eyes are of utmost importance in this game, and he had the experience to learn that firsthand last year. What are some other things he's been telling you guys as he gets you ready to make an impact on the field in your first start defensively in this one?
Yeah, the eyes for sure are the biggest thing. Footwork is something like we talked about, just having no missteps, and then Army, those guys like they want to win this game bad too. They'll be playing harder this game than any other game all season, and just realizing that, especially as a DB, because it is a little different, and it's kind of funny. You're playing one of these air raid offenses, and the receivers, every time the ball's not coming to them or it's a run play, they're not really blocking. Whereas you play Army, and the receiver's trying to take your head off every play, or unless he's releasing on a route. I think that's the biggest thing that is different, and I think that he's talked about. And we'll be ready for that.
Thanks, Giuseppe.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anyone have anything else for Giuseppe before we let him go? What was your exam in today?
I had a leadership exam, or technically organizational behavior. It's the second class leadership version.
How'd you do?
Hopefully well. Did all right.
I'm sure you did. Anyone have anything else? All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Giuseppe.
Appreciate y'all.